You heard that
I
today?
heard that today.
Good afternoon.
Really pretty much.
Everything else is officially welcome everyone to the public board meeting of Temple University. I'd like to start off with the President's remarks. President Fry.
Thank you, Chair Morgan. Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for being with us today. So it's hard to believe, but we're nearly halfway through this semester. We have had a strong start this fall, and as we approach homecoming and family weekend tomorrow, I just wanted to share a few updates on our progress so far this academic year. In August, we welcomed 5,379 new first-year students. This is the largest first-year class in Temple's 141-year history, and I applaud all of our colleagues in the Division of Enrollment Management who played a part in recruiting such a strong class of talented students here to Temple. In total, our enrollment worldwide, including Rome, Tokyo, and Kyoto, stands at just over 33,000 students, which represents a slight increase from last year. However, even with this positive enrollment news, we are still facing significant budgetary challenges. Here at main campus, we fell short of our overall enrollment projections due to a decline in both transfer and non-degree seeking students, and a higher percentage of upperclassmen choosing to not return for the third or fourth year, which is very concerning and is something we're really digging into. Overall, this shift equates to about a $10 million gap in projected revenue, which will be factored into the new budget model that we are presently building, and it is something we will need to solve for this fiscal year with additional expense reductions. This is obviously not something that we take lightly, and it does serve as a full affirmation for the important work that we are pursuing around student success and retention. This is of critical importance. Colleagues across the university continue to work diligently to the development of our updated strategic plan. One example of our work in this area is the Essential Needs Hub, which will launch in its first phase tomorrow. Through this comprehensive and centralized center, we will create a coordinated care system to ensure that we remove barriers before they derail a student's journey at Temple. While we are on the topic of the strategic plan, I want to take a moment to again thank everyone who participated in the strategic planning process last semester. We are nearing the finish line as our executive and steering committees have been working very hard. As of now, we are on course to have a final plan to be presented and hopefully approved by the Board of Trustees in December and I look forward to sharing it with you at that time. It goes without saying that one area that will be well reflected within the strategic plan is Temple University's renewed by our progress. Last week, it was announced that Temple University will serve as the host for the 31st annual Greater Philadelphia Martin Luther King Day of Services Regional Signature Project. This is one of the most significant annual community service events for the city of Philadelphia, and we are delighted that we can play a big part in this event. At Temple, we will always be deeply committed to honoring Dr. King and his legacy, and I encourage all of our students, faculty, and staff to give back both this January and every day. We now have the perfect way to do that too. Last month, we officially launched Owls for Philly, a new university-wide volunteer program that invites our community to volunteer in support of their favorite local nonprofit partners and community organizations. Launched by the Office of Community Impact and Civic Engagement, faculty will also be able to volunteer during non-teaching hours, and opportunities are also available for all of our students and alumni. It is a wonderful initiative, and when you couple Owls for Philly with the fact that we are hosting the signature event for the Martin Luther King Day of Service, it demonstrates how we are intentionally working to more deeply weave civic and community engagement throughout Temple. Earlier this fall, our College of Public Health moved into its new permanent home, Paley Hall. If you have not set foot in this magnificent new space, I encourage you to stop by. From its innovative teaching spaces and lecture halls to its expansive simulation center, everything within this building is state-of-the-art, and it has truly become one of the centerpieces of our campus. Tomorrow morning, we will host an official grand opening ceremony for the facility, and I hope to see all of you there. As we continue to re-envision our presence in Center City, you may have also noticed that we recently entered into a partnership with the Pennsylvania Academy of the Fine Arts to expand programming at the Tyler School of Art and Architecture. PAFA is the first art museum and school in the United States, and it is truly one of the hallmark arts organizations in both the city and Commonwealth. Partnering with PAFA has so many inherent benefits that come to us from working with them. For instance, all Tyler students, faculty, and staff will now have access to the historic museum of the Pennsylvania Academy of the Fine Arts. We also plan to launch new programs, provide studio space for Tyler MFA graduates, and we will be creating a new Critic in Residence program that will bring outside perspectives into the thriving Philadelphia art scene. Altogether, it's easy to see why this is something that will be beneficial to our students, faculty, staff, alumni, as well as the arts community in Philadelphia. It also helps to support the development of a multi-dimensional innovation corridor that stretches along Broad Street, connecting our health sciences campus to main campus, and now further south to our new Center City campus at Terra Hall, which resides on the Avenue of the Arts. Our vision for Terra Hall and Temple's role in helping to revitalize the Avenue of the Arts continues to take shape, and I'll be sharing more with all of you in the near future. Temple Center City location will be something that is factored into our forthcoming campus development plan, which is completed and is now being shared with key university stakeholders. In the weeks to come, we will be inviting you to see how this plan will leverage main campus's position as Broad Street's anchor institution to ensure that Temple is having its greatest impact. This plan further illustrates why this is such an exciting time in our university's history, and is one of the many reasons why I'm so confident that Temple can take its rightful place as one of the most consequential public urban research universities in our country. I am also excited to share that just yesterday, Temple launched its new brand campaign, aimed at further defining what it means when we say Temple Made. The best part of this campaign is that it's about the real experiences and real outcomes of our people. It utilizes our successful alumni to illustrate what is possible when you are Temple Made. I want to thank and congratulate Angela Pollack and our colleagues from Strategic Marketing and Communications for all their work on this important initiative. And I urge you to keep an eye out for the campaign, including 3 commercials, which will be airing on broadcast television streaming networks in the days to come. In closing, I want to acknowledge our Temple athletics teams, many of which are in the midst of strong seasons. Specifically, I want to call out our 9-2 field hockey team, which is dominating their competition. I also want to give a shout out to the Diamond Marching Band, which is celebrating its 100th anniversary this year. You can see the band perform this weekend during Homecoming and Family Weekend. This will be my first homecoming as Temple's president, and from what I hear, it is one of the best events of the year. I hope to see many of you at the Tailgate Village on Saturday, right before our football team hosts Navy. Coach Casey Keeler has brought incredible excitement to the team as they're off to the best start in years at 3-2. Go Owls. I encourage all members of the Temple community to join me in cheering on our Owls. Let's all pack the link and make sure that we give the team the home field advantage it so richly deserves. Thank you.
Thank you, President Fry. Moving to the approvals, do I have a motion to approve the minutes of July 8th?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Okay.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Minutes approved. Moving to Governance and Nominating Committee, Trustee Richards.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The nominating committee met on numerous occasions with many action items that will be repeated recently. The first one I will cover, which is the election of the chairman of the board. The recommendation of the committee is that the Board of Trustees, upon the recommendation of the Governance and Nominating Committee, duly elect Mitchell L. Morgan as chair of the Board of Trustees of Temple University of the Commonwealth System of Higher Education to serve until the next annual meeting of the Board of Trustees in accordance with the bylaws of the university, and I so move.
Second.
Michael, I'm going to recuse myself for this. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
No,
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
no, I'm opposed.
One opposed? Thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate the confidence. Number 3.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I now turn on the rest of these over to our Vice President and University Secretary, Michael Gebhardt.
Thank you, Trustee Richards. I'll read the recommendations and you can call for the motions. Item number 3 is the election of university trustees. The recommendation is that the Board of Trustees, upon the recommendation of the Governance and Nominating Committee, elect the individuals listed below to the terms noted opposite their names, effective immediately in accordance with the bylaws of the university. Ellen G. Cooper for a term from 2025 to 29, James D. Schultz from 2025 to 29, and Stanley C. Middleman from 2025 to 2026.
Thank you, Mr. Gebhardt, and I so move.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Having a motion and a second, all those in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you. The next item on the agenda is the re-election of university trustees. The recommendation is that the Board of Trustees, upon the recommendation of the Governance and Nominating Committee, re-elect the individuals listed below to the Board of Trustees of Temple University for the terms noted opposite their names. Those trustees are Alan Cohen for a term from 2025 to 29, Marina Katz, 2025 to 29, and Laura Sparks from 2025 to 29.
Thank you, Mr. Gebhardt, and I so move.
Second.
Motion and a second, all those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you, and we will duly note the recusal of those trustees from that vote. Item number 5 on the agenda is the re-election of a Commonwealth trustee, Charles Ryan. Having received notice that Charles Ryan has been reappointed to the Board of Temple University, the Board of Trustees, upon the recommendation of the Governance and Nominating Committee, confirms the reappointment of Charles Ryan for a 4-year term effective immediately in accordance with the bylaws of the university.
Thank you, Mr. Gebhardt, and I so move.
Second.
Motion and a second, all those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Item number 6 is reappointments to the Board of Directors of Temple University Health System, Inc. Recommendation is that the Board of Trustees, upon the recommendation of the Governance and Nominating Committee, approve the reappointment of the following individuals to the Board of Directors of Temple University Health System, each for a 3-year term from 2025 to 2028 in accordance with the bylaws of TUHS. Those persons are Joseph Chip Marshall, Jane Scicchetti, Brett Perkins, and Michael Young.
Thank you, Mr. Gebhardt, and I so move.
Second.
Motion and a second, all those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you. Item number 7 is appointments to the Board of Directors of Temple Educational Support Services, also known as Temple University Japan. Recommendation is that the Board of Trustees, upon the recommendation of the Governance and Nominating Committee, appoint the following individuals as directors of Tess to hold such office in accordance with the bylaws of Tess. Those persons are John Fry, Mitchell Morgan, Nelson Diaz, Etsuo Doi, Solomon Luo, Joseph Marshall, David Marino, Lonnie Mulder, and Matthew Wilson.
Thank you, Mr. Gebhardt, and I so move.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you. Item number 8 is the appointment of university officers for 2025-26. Recommendation of the Board of Trustees, upon the recommendation of the Governance and Nominating Committee, appoint the officers listed in your agenda to hold such offices in accordances with the bylaws of the university.
Move it. Move it.
Thank you, Mr. Gebhardt, and I so move.
Motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
And that concludes my report, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Moving to development, Trustee Perkins.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Item number 9, the revised gift acceptance policy. The recommendation is that the Board of Trustees, upon the recommendation of the Development Committee, approve the amendment of the gift acceptance policy as set forth in Agenda Reference 9. And I so move.
Second. Motion and a second. All those in favor? Any opposed? Motion.
Abstain.
Oh,
I have to abstain, Mr. Chairman. I haven't seen the reference 9 information.
Thank you for that information. All those, motion carries. Passes. Moving to academic affairs. Who's going to take it for,
Mr. Chair, I think we have to go back to Brett Perkins because Jane is not with us.
correct.
Brett?
Brett, you're going to take it for Jane, number 10.
Oh, I'm going to take it with you. Sorry. Item number 10 is the consideration of tenure. The recommendation is that the Board of Trustees, upon the recommendations of the Academic Affairs, Student Success and Diversity Committee, and the President, pursuant to the procedures outlined in the Temple University Faculty Handbook and the collective bargaining agreement between Temple University of the Commonwealth System of Granting of Faculty Tenure, recommends that the Board of Trustees grant tenure to the faculty on the list on file in the office of the provost. And I so move.
Second.
Motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Item number 11, Mr. Chair, the transfer of tenure. The recommendation is that the Board of Trustees, upon the recommendation of the Academic Affairs, Student Success and Diversity Committee, authorize the officers to implement the transfer of tenure actions as set forth in Agenda Reference 11, and I so move.
Motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Abstain.
Item 12, the academic.
Motion carries. I'm
Pro-
sorry.
sorry.
There's one sustained. One,
Abstain.
Motion.
Got it.
got it. Number 12?
Item 12, the academic program actions. The recommendation is that the Board of Trustees, upon the recommendation of the Academic Affairs, Student Success and Diversity Committee, authorize the officers to implement the academic program actions as described in Agenda Reference 12. And I so move.
Motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Abstain.
Motion carries. Moving to finance and investment, Trustee Cohen.
Recommendation is that the Board of Trustees, upon the recommendation of the Finance and Investment Committee, authorize the officers to amend the investment policy statement as set forth in Agenda Reference 13.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
The next recommendation is that the Board of Trustees, upon the recommendation of the President and the right, as described in Agenda Reference 14.
So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second. All those in favor? Motion, any opposed? Motion carries.
Over to you.
Recommendation is that the Board of Trustees, upon the recommendation of the Finance and Investment Committee, authorize the officers proceed with the Terra Hall design, repairs and renovation project at a cost not to exceed $35 million, inclusive of a $5 million previously approved with the funding and financing source being the Commonwealth Department of General Services. And I so move.
Second.
Motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any
Finance and Investment Committee authorize the officers to proceed with the HSC Phase Steam System Replacement Renewal Amendment Number 1 project at a cost not to exceed $24,700,000, inclusive of a $3,700,000 previously approved, with the funding and financing source being the Commonwealth Department of General Services Fund. And I so move.
Second.
motion and a second. All those in favor? Any opposed? Motion passes.
That the Board of Trustees, upon the recommendation of the Finance and Investment Committee, authorize the officers to proceed with the MRB third and eighth floor renovation for Animal Research Center project at a cost not to sources being the TUSM Auxiliary Fund. And I so move.
Do I have a second? Second and a motion and a second. All those in favor? Any opposed?
No.
Got it. Motion passes.
That the Board of Trustees, upon the recommendation of the Finance and Investment Committee, authorize the officers to proceed with the chiller number 6 replacement Bell Chiller project at a cost not to exceed $8,700,000, inclusive of $400,000 previously approved, with the funding and financing source being the fiscal year 2026 Plant Development Fund. And I so move.
Second.
Motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes.
That the Board of Trustees, upon the recommendation of the Finance and Investment Committee, authorize the officers to proceed with the Old Dental School Central Piping System project at a cost not to exceed $4,320,000, inclusive of $220,000 previously approved, with the funding and financing sources being the fiscal year 2026 Plant Development Fund. And I so move.
Second.
Motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes.
That concludes my remarks today.
Thank you.
Mr. Chairman, the reports of the standing committees that met during this period in Temple University Health System can be found at tabs 20 to 23.
Moving to the treasurer's report.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I bring one recommendation to the committee, recommendation that the investment reports for the 3 months ended June 30, 2025 be received. Said reports being included and identified in agenda reference 24.
So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes.
That concludes my report.
Thank you. Moving to the secretary's report.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Recommendation is that the Board of Trustees approve the degrees in course as follows. Presentation of degrees in course dated December 17th, 2025 to candidates approved by the appropriate academic committees of the faculty, and presentation of degrees in course for the School of Law candidates who regularly complete their studies in December to be dated January 16th, 2026.
So move. Second.
Motion and a second. All those in favor? Any opposed? Motion passes.
Mr. Chairman, the Faculty Senate President sends her regrets being unable to join us today.
Yeah, I was just looking for her. We'll move on then to the President of Student Government.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Hello, everybody. I'm so
Hello.
excited to say I see lots of familiar faces today, but if we haven't met, my name is Lourdes and I'm the student body president. It's my honor to be here on behalf of Temple students. Over the course of these last few months, we've seen Temple's largest incoming class quickly find their place in our community and spreading their wings as our newest owls. Upperclassmen have been studying hard for midterms, with seniors reveling in their final year. Whether it's browsing alumni merch in the new Temple bookstore or planning for graduation, we look forward to joining the massive network of Temple alum across the globe. Alongside this excitement, however, students are also keenly aware of the challenging time we live in. heightening the anxiety of what's to come after graduation with a stalling emerging job market. Temple student government continues to listen to student worries, working closely with administration to help ease these fears and create real, tangible solutions to further support students through their time here at Temple and beyond. TSG has already been hard at work, collaborating with administration and President Fry to address student concern. Recently, we were able to get a reporting system in place for ADA push-button outages across campus and are eager to start implementing this process, so all our accessibility aids can continue working efficiently. This is just the beginning of our work together, and we will look forward to continuing to address students' grievances to further Temple's dedication to accessibility. Student government and student leaders are also ecstatic to be partnering with organizations and departments that will be occupying the new Student Essential Needs Hub in the Student Center. We are confident this will continue to ensure all students' needs are catered to while they pursue their academic career and cannot wait to be a part of this terrific initiative. As we move forward through the fall semester, TSG looks forward to continuing our work to serve our students and collaborate with Temple administration and our larger community. We're excited to keep sharing student sentiment and work together to continue to make Temple a place that we can all call home. I thank you kindly for having me, and I look forward to our continued partnership. Thank you.
Thank you. You are the reason why the trustees work as hard as we can. Thank you very much.
Appreciate it.
Do we have any old or new business? Do I have a motion for adjournment? We're adjourned.